there, Halloween fans! I'm your host, Douglas at Drown Boy Productions, and you're watching the 31 Days of Trick or Treat. In Day 1, we took a look at the Halloween Ends mask. Day 2, we took a look at the Young Michael Myers mask. Day 3, we took a look at the Dead Eye appliance. Day 4, yesterday, we took a look at the Good Guy Chucky skull prop. And today we're getting back on course with another Halloween or Michael Myers product. This was supposed to come out yesterday, but I've been looking at that Good Guy skull and I just had to check that thing out, so I went ahead and bumped it up a day, but I'm sure you guys won't mind. So, today we're looking at the Halloween 1978 1/6 scale Michael Myers action figure by Trick or Treat Studios. I totally wasn't holding that backwards just now. So first up, let's take a look at the box. The front features the classic Halloween 1978 cover artwork. The back has that classic image of Michael Myers looking over the staircase. Either side and the top has the Halloween branding. And the front here does have a reveal window for the toy inside, and this is magnetized. Some people will use Velcro and that can get ripped off, but these have magnets in the actual piece that folds out. On this side, we have a pretty awesome shot of the shape on top of the stairs and a write-up. It says, "I met him 15 years ago. I was told there was nothing left. No reason, no conscience, no understanding. Even the most rudimentary sense of life or death, good or evil, right or wrong. I met this 6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face and the blackest eyes, the devil's eyes. I spent 8 years trying to reach him and then another 7 trying to keep him locked up because I realized what was living underneath that boy's eyes was purely and simply evil." You guys probably won't be able to see the figure too well because I did actually find this piece locally. This was not something I ordered directly from Trick or Treat Studios, and due to that, it's been handled a little bit. The box is not too beat up, but it looks like this plastic window has been handled a lot because it's a little bit hard to see through. But you know what? That doesn't matter because we're going to be cracking this bad boy open. Alright, I just wanted to check the bottom real quick in case there was anything I was missing, and it's a good thing I did. It has an adult's note here that says cut the plastic attachments with scissors and discard the pieces, so I'm guessing we're going to need some scissors. Then it also says the portrait sculpture, so I'm guessing the mask sculpt, is by Justin Mabry, additional sculpting by Alex Ray, clothing design by Tanella Ayres. I hope I said that correctly. If not, I'm going to go ahead and put everybody's name on screen just to be sure. And I'm going to go grab some scissors and we'll crack this bad boy open. You can't really see this through the plastic very well, but there is a printed image of the Myers house behind him. That's pretty freaking sweet. And here's Michael himself. There's a plastic piece that snaps over everything. Alright, we've mostly got him freed up, and here's what you're looking at. There's the whole figure. They have the hands, the feet, and the head bagged to protect the paint on the plastic, which is very, very nice. We have the knife over here. We have a separate hand here for gripping said knife, and it looks like his current hands are both just kind of open, just kind of like reaching out for you type hands. So I guess next let's carefully extract everything. The knife came out rather easy. Alright, we've got the hand out. And now for Michael himself. Came out super, super easy. It's good to know that it's not too difficult to take him out and then put him back on display, in case you are the type of person who likes to take out your figures, check them out first, then put them back in the box. Alright, I have just got the plastic removed from him, and let's go ahead and take a closer look. I'll give you guys a decent little close-up of him. Exactly how he looks out of the box. This is so freaking sweet, guys. As a monster kid, if they made these whenever I was young, I would have begged and begged and begged for one, and probably would not have gotten it because we didn't have that kind of money. These are kind of pricey for something for a kid to play with, but as far as a collector's piece, it is very, very cool. Alright, let me see if I can get Michael T-posed here so we can take a bit of a better look at his outfit. So here you go. The coveralls look pretty damn nice. These are like a darker kind of navy blue pair of coveralls, and I know there's probably already a lot of people out there going, that's not right, they're green. And as far as I do know, that is the case. The actual coveralls were green. They just kind of appeared a bluish color on film. And for those of you interested in that level of accuracy, they are selling an accessories kit for this fella. I believe it has like the Ghost Bob costume, so the sheet with glasses, maybe a separate weapon, maybe, I think the foam is possibly included with that. I don't remember everything from that set, but I do know that included is an accurate pair of coveralls. So it's a much closer to the real color, and they may actually even be slightly different quality. But these feel pretty decently sturdy as compared to like other G.I. Joe clothes. They do feel a little bit higher quality than even those. I don't have any Joes here for reference, so those of you who actually own those, that might be a little bit easier to draw that comparison. But at least as far as I recall, quality-wise, these seem to be pretty nice. He actually does have little metal buttons here on his sleeve. I don't know if you can attach those and unattach them, but even if it's just for decoration, they are there. He does have a zipper down the front that I do believe unzips, and then he also has clasps near the collar of his coveralls. The zipper does in fact unzip. Taking a look at what Michael's rocking underneath, he's wearing like a black like tank top or muscle shirt with the arms cut off. But not only that, but I believe it's completely detached on the sides as well. It looks like the front and back half of the shirt are just taped together. And he's not wearing any pants underneath. And I suppose that's not a detail that's going to matter much one way or the other, because most of the time you're going to have Michael with his coveralls on. If you're undressing him, I don't know what kind of playing you're doing with this guy, but I guess you're not worried about movie accuracy at that point. As for the boots, these things look great as well. All the paint application looks very, very well done on the eyelets for the shoes. The green on the like top fabric part of the shoes is handled very, very well. They did a good job painting those. The hands also. I mean, there's nothing too extraordinary to note because it's just a pair of outreached hands, but the flesh tones on them look good. The fingernails look good. All the proportions look proper. And of course, I'm sure you all want to talk about the mask next. Now, this mask does appear to have the castle stretch. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, a good example here behind me, this style mask is what the mask would look like from H1 unworn. Then when Nick is wearing it, and I believe particularly when he's opening his mouth, we get what's called the castle stretch, which is more like this. The mouth on the mask becomes slightly agape, the features are stretched down. It's pretty noticeable in the film. This does have that appearance. As far as the paint application, it looks very, very well done. No complaints at all, really. Maybe, I guess maybe, if anything, the eyebrows look a little bit darker than they need to be, but even then, they don't look overdone. It's not like H4 eyebrows. You can actually see Michael's eyes through the mask as well. They're in there. It's not just like a terrible painted effect or something like that. They're full-on sculpted. Looks like painted separately and then applied in there. I'm pretty sure I can see a seam where they would have been actually inserted. And then for the hair, it is sculpted into that classic messy hair look. Looks pretty spot on, but if you're the kind of person that's really a stickler for accuracy, I do believe that you can remove this plastic hairpiece and replace it with actual hair. I have seen quite a few artists on Instagram already doing this, so really you can customize these however much you want, but straight out of the box, this thing looks pretty damn awesome. And of course, this is only the H1 version, which is going to be one of the more, I guess, just standard. It's a guy in boots and coveralls. He has a knife and a mask. There's not a whole lot of crazy detail that goes into it, but it looks awesome. The proportions on the clothes look great. As far as the articulation, it seems that he has pretty much the same points of articulation as a G.I. Joe. Maybe more, but I believe it's maybe even like the same style body that he's made off of. As for removing the hand, I guess you would just grab him by the wrist and then grab the hand itself, kind of twist and pull. It definitely has some resistance. It feels a little bit risky pulling the hand on and off, but they can be swapped out. And I'm going to go ahead and swap him for that knife-wielding hand. Alright, I think I've pretty well got it put on there. It's definitely a little bit stressful to try and put that on, just because it feels like the plastic could snap. I haven't seen too many people posting online about these breaking very easy, so I'm not sure how much stress it actually can handle, but I'm not going to test it too much. And the knife slides into the hand very, very easily. So if you want to have him holding the knife up, you can. If you want it to be more so in that stabbing motion, I would presume it just as easily slides in the bottom, and it does. This thing is too damn cool, especially with the knife in his hand. And I guess we're at the part where we need to go ahead and read that excerpt from the Trick or Treat Studios website. Alright, here we go. These are the details for the write-up on the 1/6 scale figure. It says, sculpted by Justin Mabry and Alexander Ray, Trick or Treat Studios and Compass International Pictures are proud to present the official Halloween 1978 Michael Myers 12-inch action figure. This amazing figure is 1/6 scale and has 30 plus points of articulation so that you can pose your figure any way you'd like. The figure also comes with interchangeable hands, one for holding the included knife and an open hand to grab victims. The figure is fully clothed in a screen-accurate costume with a working zipper, and to round the package out, the figure comes in a beautiful collector's box with a flip-back window display. So there you have it as far as the write-up. Personally, I think this is awesome, and this is one of the things I was really excited to finally check out in person and to promote here on the YouTube channel, because not only does Trick or Treat Studios offer Halloween or Michael Myers figures, but they have a full line of 1/6 scale already out and more figures currently in development. Some really awesome ones coming. I believe one or two just got announced like just the other day. Maybe it was the Halloween 3 trick-or-treaters. It's so awesome to see Justin Mabry transform his love for action figures and model kits into actual 1/6 scale high quality action figures of these awesome horror characters for the general public. When most people think of Trick or Treat Studios, they think of it exclusively as a mask and costume company, but now they are far beyond that and they are ever expanding. Personally, I think it actually would be really cool to see them tackle model kits now that they're doing 1/6 scale figures and doing them so well. Oh, and as for the price point, completely forgot to mention that. Now, they are different prices for different figures. Some are cheaper, some a little bit more expensive. This one in particular, I do believe, is $120 retail. So if you guys are interested in picking up one of these or any of the other 1/6 scale figures that they offer, you can pick them up directly from Trick or Treat Studios or any of the plethora of other retailers that they work with. These things are incredibly awesome, and if you're a horror fan who wants to do any kind of action figure photography or maybe even some stop motion stuff, these would be great for that. I can't imagine how much more like horror themed skits we would have seen in Robot Chicken had these had been out 20 years ago. But anyways, I'm sure you guys are tired of me ranting. You just want to see close-ups of this figure, and I want to go play with my little Michael. So thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video and all the other videos we put out so far, and we have even more coming in the 31 days of Trick or Treat. Love you all, thank you for watching yet again, and see you next time.